Phantom Thread is the newest film from director and writer Paul Thomas Anderson, and is possibly the last film starring Daniel Day-Lewis. They said he will retire after this. Who knows if he actually will. And, as the final film, it's an interesting movie, but it's very odd.
And I've given him what he desires most in return. Every piece of me. Why are you not married?
So this takes place in 1950s London, and Daniel Day-Lewis is a famous dressmaker. He makes dresses for the royalty and all the rich people, and he's really a esteemed dressmaker. And he has these relationships where women are his kind of muses, and then when he's done with them, he just kind of throws them away. And you see the end of one relationship at the beginning of the movie, and always with him is his sister Cyril, played by Leslie Manville. And then you see after the last one's kicked to the curb, he goes on to a summer house or something, and he sees this waitress and becomes infatuated with her, and that is Vicky Krieps, who plays Alma. And that's the movie. Then you have the kind of romance, but it's not really romantic, and there's a lot of weird tension, and because I know there's funny moments where when she's kind of interrupting her him in his when he's trying to draw and she's having breakfast, and it's funny how the filmmaker just I don't know how he made buttering toast so incredibly loud. If I was at the table with her, I'd be annoyed by it too. But it's funny because you almost kind of feel you feel what David Day-Lewis would feel towards that, even though it's something completely mundane, And the acting is amazing by everyone. But I think my biggest problem with the movie is that I never really learned who these people are, other than who they were on the outside. You get some stuff more with Daniel Day-Lewis, but for Alma, you don't really get anything. I don't even know where she's from. I assume she's from France because she has an accent. At one time with this princess or something, she talks to her in French. So but they never really say. They never really say what her background is or anything. And they don't really. They do a little bit about their family, about Daniel Day-Lewis's mom. He made the dress for her, and he's kind of a mama's boy. And there's a kind of odd relationship between him and his sister. But they don't really go into much that I don't know who these people are. The movie's relatively long, and I kept waiting for something to happen, for the drama to kick in. Because it feels like there's going to be some thriller aspect to it maybe. And then when it does kind of get to that mark, and you're oh, so it's going to turn into this. And then it kind of does, but then it doesn't. And then it just gets even weirder. And it's that's weird. Okay, that's interesting. I kind of see what you're going for, but okay, fine. It's a strange movie when you get towards the climax of it. It gets, instead of it gets even stranger. Instead of having things happen, it gets weirder. And some of the stuff is kind of cool, but it's just, I don't know, I didn't love it. It didn't. I don't know. It's a little boring, a little long, and it's a little weird. There's the costumes are amazing, and the acting is really good. Everything is, and the camera work is great. Everything is well done. It's just not that entertaining of a movie. I'd probably give a 7.5 out of 10. I wouldn't highly recommend it, but if you like artistic films and other P.T. Anderson films, you might probably like this. But thanks for watching, and check out other review playlists around my head or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.